it's Grandma Moore. It's Thursday. Been off kilter the last couple of days. So out here getting to work and trying to find some positivity and happiness. So come along, let's see what we can find. Well, it took me about a half an hour to finally get my first order. It's $13 for 4 items at Meijer's. And there are a lot of shipped orders out there. A lot of them are going to Louisville. This one is not that great. It's like $10. The order itself is easy, but the miles is high. But I need to get 10 by the end of the month, and it's kind of slow this morning so far. It's great. Well, I finally got my second Uber order. It's $7 for Taco Bell. I'm only like 2 minutes away. And it is $7 for 6 miles, I think. All right, that last shipped order, I just got my tip. It was like $13.95. So that's awesome. So I made 23 something on that last order. And then I got a notification that I have a preferred member. Not sure what that means, if like that means they preferred me to do their shopping. So that's exciting. And I don't remember that person, but I accepted and we'll see how that works. So now I'm doing this one. It has 28 items, but they're like all multiples for $8.98. But I just trying to learn the system. It is lunchtime, but it is a little slow, so I might as well do the shift. I went ahead and scheduled myself until 4 o'clock and get as much of that done as I can. Well, that took me a while, the whole hour. I'm only 8 minutes away, but it was my first time doing it at Meijer's. Then a lot of things, she wanted big things like 2 liters and 4 bags of this chip, and they just literally didn't have it. So had to do a lot of conversations. And with it being my first time is at that particular store doing shipped. So I don't know if it'll be worth my hour, but one more under my belt and keep going. The devotion today is called Draw Near to God. And the one I wanted to read was James 4:6. But he gives a greater grace. Therefore, it says, God is opposed to the proud, but God gives grace to the humble. It's kind of been unusual couple of days. I just felt off, and what is going on? And I feel like I haven't been able to I haven't reached out to God like I should, and I stopped and prayed a lot this morning and just trying to pray a lot today, get myself back on track. When I was I being proudful? Was I being humble? I don't feel like I was being humble, because I wasn't saying I wasn't asking God for guidance. I wasn't asking God for forgiveness of my days, and try to do everything myself. That was the main thing. I was doing things for myself and not praying for guidance and resources and knowledge. And I noticed that about myself sometimes. If I, just take over, and I am that kind of person. I could be a control freak sometimes. And I want to learn, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. But when I stop and I pray about it, it all comes together. But when I try to do it on my own, it doesn't happen. So I wasn't being humble. So it's just a reminder to, seek that guidance. And we can't do it all ourselves, faith of a mustard seed. I just keep that in mind. And then, of course, Mark 4:40, where it says, why are you so afraid? You have no faith. And I think I just lost it all for a couple of days. And I know allergies and sinuses and the bad weather and all those things. But now today I feel, just stopping and praying and really digging into my devotion today. I feel like I'm closer to God. My, cheerfulness came back. And all right, let's try this. So that's how I feel about it. All right, I've done some orders since I last talked to you, just a little bit of here, a little bit there. So I am waiting on a tip. Let's see, shop and pay. On Uber, I'm waiting for a $4 tip. and another 4, so $8. So that'll get me to $42 on Uber. It is 3 o'clock. I started at 8:30. I am so tired. And then there's a whole bunch of orders on Shipt right now. I've done 3 orders there. 2 of them have not given me a tip yet. So I'm not real excited about this. It's $43 is what I've made so far on Shipt, but I am waiting for some other offers. Okay, hold on. Uber just sent a request. $5 for 6 miles at Jimmy John's. It does take me where I need to go, but I'm not going to do it right now because I want to look at these orders. Here is a $15 for 13 items at Myers. It is going to Court Avenue. Let's see what the items are. This one might be a good one. The items are, as long as there's not like waters. There's a couple of Cokes. All right, I think I'll claim that order. That'll be a $15 order. So we'll take that one. Okay. So it's just not going very far. It's just going to take me a little bit to get there. And I'm okay with that. All right. And then that'll get me, it's almost 3. Hopefully it'll get me there. Then supper will start. I haven't been able to get on Doordash at all today. So 8:30, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 6 hours, and I'm right at around $80. So sad. Well, I've come out of Myers. It's lightning and thundering and everything. So fun. But every time I do a Shipt order, I learn something new. It wouldn't let me get the barcode, but it said I could, finish shopping. Find out you got to go to scale and print out the barcode for a vegetable. I didn't know that, so that was my problem. I had to go back and do it. It all worked out, but just keep learning. When you go weigh your vegetables, go ahead and print the label. That's the only barcode it'll take. So, all right, one more lesson learned. The weather puts me on my way to deliver the Shipt order. It's crazy, and I gotta deliver something. Got this order, and then I guess I didn't pay attention enough that I do not want this order, so I'm gonna try to cancel it. $15, but it ends up going way out in the country. I thought it was going still nearby. DoorDash is very busy. 1 to 3 minutes, and all they're sending me is terrible shopping orders. So I'm gonna turn shopping off and see. I only need $53 more. $8.75 for 10.5 miles. It's like, really? Sometimes I take upside down, stupid, crazy orders, but they have to make sense to me. They're going to leave me in a good spot. It's all going to work itself out. All right, here's one from what do you call it? From Uber for $5. It is for a mile, but it's going to take me to a good area. So that's how I look at it. I have to take me to good area. Okay? All right, I said all that, and then I changed the line. I got an $18.75 order going 18 miles, but I need $53 more to make my day. So it's Chick-fil-A. The order should be ready. It's up by where I live, and I know I can DoorDash, I can Uber, so I'm okay. And that's a big chunk for me. So better than the $5 one ended up being going to a different Starbucks than I thought. So I went and assigned that Uber and took this DoorDash. All right, I'm hoping to be done by 7. It is 4, but I'm 23 minutes away. And then after I drop this off, I'll only be $35 away from a goal. So keeping my fingers crossed I can make it. Well, I'm kind of aggravated with Uber right now. When I dropped that DoorDash off, Uber sent me a Taco Bell order for a couple of miles for $3.95. I'm like, I have this thing where I don't want to get out of my car unless it's at least $5. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, I want it to be $5. So I declined it. I get close to the Taco Bell, and they offer me, oh, I might take this one though. It's $14 for 12 miles, taking me to Charlestown. All right, we'll try it. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just about 5 minutes away, so that'll work out good. So then I have to pause DoorDash. We'll just end that because it's busy everywhere. All right, just talking that through. So then I get next to the Taco Bell. They offer it to me for $3 going 1.9 miles because I was right there coming out of where I was delivering it. So I'm like, no, you should have made it more, not less, even though I'm closer. So now that I'm on the highway, they brought it back for $6.10, but it's 4 miles. So I went and took this Uber for 12 up there. So then I'll figure out, might get that Taco Bell order. Maybe they'll give it to me for a decent amount. But that's $14. I forgot I had another tip on Uber. So I'm at like 120 something, I think. I'll calculate it. So this will get me to 135-ish. So I'm only $15 away. So hopefully I can get something without using much more miles. Because my miles are way up. And where I'm taking this is closer to home. So I'm trying to debate if I want to go home and edit this video or try to get my last $15. So we'll see what it looks like. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at money-wise. And that 13 something, almost $14 tip I got earlier was from an old order on Shipt, not the one that I did today. So that was interesting. Still trying to figure out this everything on Shipt. So there's 4 orders I did today that I haven't gotten tips for yet. So hopefully I'll get some tips sooner than later. All right, well, I calculated it. This order will give me $133 for the day. I've already gone over 170 miles, which if you follow my channel, you know my car needs oil at 200 miles. Getting down here, I didn't even make it to where all the restaurants were. And the traffic is horrific. Just bumper to bumper. So it's going to take me a while to get through that traffic. So I've decided I'm not going to go back that way. If I could get any orders where I'm going to be delivering, great. It's unlikely, but I'll at least try for a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and head home. It just makes more sense. Once you're in the city, it'll be all right. But anyway I go, I'm going to run into traffic. And it doesn't seem like it's worth it to me since I need to be done around 7 anyway. So I'm going to drop this off, see if I can get anything there. Unlikely. And then heading home. Well, I dropped that order off. So right around $133, 180 miles. And I'm still waiting for some tips. So if anything pops up before I publish this video, I will update that. So I'm waiting for that last order of KFC's tip. And then the 4 orders that I did on Shipt today, I haven't got any tips yet. But it seems like it takes about a week so far. So one of them came through pretty fast. I think it was like my third time I did Shipt. It came like later that night or the next day. So not a lot on this video. I just kind of wanted to make it shorter and hit the highlights. The whole Uber order coming at all different prices, same order, was interesting. I wish I'd have took screenshots of that, but I didn't think it would come back 3 times and all different amounts and everything. So definitely want to work on doing that. I've noticed that with Uber, that sometimes they'll resend it, but it's not always higher. It's lower or whatever. So anyway, that's it. It was not a great day, but I got a lot accomplished. Now we need 2 more orders with Shipt to make it to the next tier. And there's some bonuses or incentives this weekend for Mother's Day. It just says keep your eye out for them. So I am going to work Mother's Day. It seems like there's going to be a lot of incentives. And I don't really have anything to do for Mother's Day. Everybody's got their own things going on. So definitely will be doing that. And I'm going to be back out tomorrow. So hope y'all are doing good. Be happy. God bless you.